What's up, fight fans? This is Kurt DeVille with Counterpunch Boxing News, and as promised, I have another theory. This is the third theory of the Anthony Joshua versus Deontay Wilder fight. Now, this theory is very, very interesting because, of course, we have the two guys. We have one known to have stamina problems as of old, not as of recent, and that's Anthony Joshua. And then we have a guy that lacks skill, like he has been criticized for, which is Deontay Wilder. Now, Deontay Wilder has stated that he has his own style of skill, and people have to understand has to know what they're looking at to understand what he possesses. Okay, that's all a fact of opinion. Okay, because you can look at that any way you want. Wilder is a guy, he is durable to say the least. Can he be hurt? Sure he can. If he couldn't be hurt, and he had the steel chin and everything like that, the choices or the chances, rather, of him beating Anthony Joshua would be that much higher, besides just a good punch or a great punch. But this is another theory I have with Anthony Joshua, and this is based on things they say. This is not me just speculating of what I think. No, I listen to two fighters, both parties, and I analyze what they say and then put it into a reasonable scenario. And in this case, I see in this theory with Anthony Joshua, I think he can outbox Wilder. But one thing about Wilder, he has speed on his side. but he's had that same speed when he was fighting lower opposition guys like Gerald Washington. But Gerald Washington was able to swell Wilder with a jab. Now, we know Joshua does have a decent jab himself, as Andy Ruiz, okay? Now, I see in this scenario, I see Anthony Joshua outboxing Deontay Wilder, but he's not moving like he moved in the Ruiz fight. Because based on what he's already told us, if he did fight him, this wouldn't be a situation where he's trying to outpoint him to show people or to show whatever Deontay that he's the better boxer. That's not why he's there. Based on what he said, he's there to knock him out, and he won't be there in the 7th round. So that tells me it will be anywhere from round 7 on back, right? I don't know if he included 7 just to be sure. Okay, 7th round on back. Okay, that's what we have. So he won't go past the 7th round. That means that Joshua will apply pressure similar to how he applied it to Klitschko. Okay. Now, with doing this, I see him hurting Deontay with the first blow in this scenario, because he's going to jab him for a while, open him up, see what Deontay's going to do. Deontay's going to try to start measuring his right hand. And when he starts doing it, if you notice, Deontay Wilder, he drops it. So he's like this, then he brings it down here. Then when he brings it down here, he's waiting for a particular opening, right? Which he won't get it off before Joshua catches him. And this is what's going to happen. Joshua's going to catch Wilder. Then he's going to go mid-range and stay mid-range, because Wilder gets hurt. Wilder does, even when he's not hurt, he's always on the defensive. He kind of puts you in the mind of Erislandy Lara, because Lara will do that. He'll put his dukes up, put his mitts up, and just circle out, right, left, or whatever. Or, that's how he does it. But Wilder don't do that. Wilder will sit there and put his mitts up and brace himself for the impact of these punches. So when he does that, it's going to be similar when Ruiz caught Joshua, and Ruiz was, and it was a bad thing that Joshua had his dukes up, right? Because since he had his dukes up, he was a stable target. So all Andy Ruiz is like, dude, I'm gonna throw these bows, and 4 or 5 of those punches out of the 7 or 8 punches that he threw, he landed. And if he didn't land them flush, he landed them partially. Right? That's what's gonna happen in this scenario. Okay, that could happen in this scenario. Joshua hurts Wilder. Wilder puts those mitts up for bracing the impact. But because Joshua is a good puncher, it's going to hurt Wilder, right? Wilder's going to be hurt. And when he's hurt, he's going to embrace himself for the impact. Now, the referee hopefully is a referee that doesn't believe in stopping fights quickly. And Deontay will go down. He will be dropped in this fight. But I don't see Wilder going out like that. I see Joshua coming back in, trying to finish the deal. But I think what's going to happen is Joshua's going to get winded. Why? Because in this particular fight with this fighter, Joshua won't need to be loose and fluid. That he didn't have that mindset. He wants muscle mass. He wants to be back up at 250 like he was instead of 235, 240. 15 pounds south. He don't want that. He wants power because he knows, I want my power to be where it was when I knocked out Klitschko. I want my power to be the way it was when I knocked out Povetkin. That's the kind of power that he wants. So in his mind, he's going to go full. He's going to be more diesel, and he's going to be like that particular Joshua. This ain't going to be the boxing Joshua, because remember, this particular Joshua is destined or determined, rather, to knock out Deontay Wilder. So when he drops him down those barrage of punches, because Deontay Wilder's not going to move when you start attacking him. He's proved that with everybody he's fought. As Ortiz, That's a lot of fighters that have fought him. He's just going to, as Fury, he's just going to put his dukes up and then brace for the impact. But this is going to be a little bit too much for him. But here's the thing about Wilder. Wilder ain't going to get tired. He's just going to be hurt. I think he's going to learn to grab, tire Joshua out. He is a little taller than Joshua, so he's going to hang on him a little bit. Joshua's going to be overzealous, then to put combinations together. Right? Now, he is a way better finisher than someone like Wilder. But if Wilder withstand that barrage of punches, that onslaught, what'll happen in that situation is Joshua's going to get tired because he's added the extra 10 to 15 pounds. He's going back into the old Joshua beast mode. He's going in there for a particular thing to knock out Deontay Wilder in a particular time frame. Therefore, what he has, he's going to unload because he doesn't expect, his expectations, people, is not to go in there 9, 10, 11 rounds. It's not going to go that way for him. What he's want to do, he wants to do kind of similar to a Povetkin or a Charles Martin even. Get him out of there early so he won't be a problem later. Because what might not be there later, which is more than likely won't be there for Joshua if it goes that long, is his stamina if he puts that weight back on. So Joshua gets tired, he gets winded. Wilder, and then this is what makes Wilder tough. Wilder's going to see he's not punching like he's going to. And if it's camp, like Mark Breland and JD's, they're going to all, oh, he's getting tired. He's getting tired, just like he was in the Klitschko fight. You seen it. Attack. And then Deontay's going to start to attack. That's when the real fight is going to shift. Okay? So when he hits Joshua may go down. Okay? But then the question you ask yourself, he's getting hit by a person that specializes in hitting with the one punch that he knows he's best at more than any one other fighter in the last 20 years. The right hand. Okay? It won't be the left hook. The left hook is just going to be a throwaway punch. It always has been. It always will. Wilder, he tries to throw you off by saying, I can punch with my left. He might want to believe he can, but he's not really a good hooker. He's not a hooker. And then here's the thing. He has to be at a certain range, because I was looking at Wilder's, the way he punches the bag with his left. He kind of he has to cock it and throw it. The reason for that is, I'm like, what's wrong with him? Well, a lot of people just will say he's awkward. It's not the fact that he's awkward, but he has long arms. He has 83-inch reach. You know, like someone like Lara, they look funny trying to throw punches like this. If so if your arms are long, people, you have to throw it at a certain distance for it to measure. Maybe his left hook would be good if he stepped and gave himself some distance and can throw it with the proper way, you know. But he has long arms, so those long arms really don't generate the power he needs, especially if he's a certain distance to that fighter. If he's too close, that left hook may be smothered a little bit. But when he hits Josh, because see, Joshua's going to get tired, and what does that mean? That means he's going to be more stationary, okay? Because Deontay Wilder needs a stationary target in order to hit. If he sees it, there it is. And if he hits Joshua like that, and Joshua's already tired, besides getting hit by a guy with some massive power like that, with his best punch, was his right hand, Joshua, I don't see him going out. No. I see a situation where, in this case, Wilder won't give him time unless Joshua has learned how to hold, which we've learned a little bit about him holding Andy Ruiz. But he's not really a strong clincher. And here's the thing. Deontay Wilder is a very strong guy in his upper body. He may take Joshua and slang his ass like he did Ortiz. And once he does that, that makes you more tired. Then ultimately, maybe the 7th or 8th round, that's if it goes that far, Deontay Wilder will knock him out. Why? Because he will still be gassed at that point. Because the muscle mass that he put back on, they haven't learned from the last 5 fights that before his rematch, that the weight gain is not for him. But Joshua thought it was necessary because he came in there to do something that he felt that shouldn't take a long time. So in this scenario, it's Deontay Wilder surviving a knockdown from Joshua, and then Joshua punching himself out, expecting Deontay to someone, the corner, the referee, or somebody to stop it early by TKO, right? And in the process, he tires himself out, and Deontay Wilder senses it, and he goes in for the kill, and he catches Joshua with a right hand, and he will go down and be hurt and never recover. And on top of being gassed like he was in the first Ruiz fight. That's my theory on that, guys. You guys tell me what you think about this theory. Of course, please subscribe. And you guys been counterpunched. Peace.